Hi, I'm Colton with Porsche Center Calgary, and I'm here today with a very cool piece of pre-owned inventory. We just took this one in. It's a 2011 911 Carrera GTS. So let me tell you a little bit about what that means. Being a 2011, that means it's the 997.2 generation. So as of 09, they I was going to say revamped, that's a stretch. They kind of updated the car a little bit, added a little bit more horsepower, new headlights, new taillights, a new infotainment system. This to me is kind of a sweet spot. I really prefer the .2s. There was a few upgrades that are pretty meaningful. And then of course, being the GTS, it's kind of the sportiest version of the lineup. So all GTSs will get, firstly, a little bit more horsepower than an S would get. In the case of this one, it's 408 horsepower. So quite a bit of power out of a naturally aspirated 3.8 liter flat six. And then they get these really cool center lock 19-inch RS Spyder wheels as well, standard on the GTSs. And then inside you get things like the sport design steering wheel. You get a little bit more Alcantara, that kind of suede material, right? Very, very racy feeling. Also, this one has the lowered suspension, so they'll all be a little bit lower with the GTS. This particular one is lower still. But before I dive into all that, let's talk kind of outside and move in. So outside, this one is Carrera White Metallic. Super popular color, really can't go wrong with it. Always looks pretty good. Hides the dirt and scratches certainly better than the black ones do, and really makes the black accents of the GTS pop off a little bit more. You get the black wheels, which I mentioned, as well as black badging in the back and the darker headlights. This particular one has paint protection film already from the previous owner, covering the full hood, full front fenders, front bumper, as well as the side mirrors here, the A-pillars up here, and this kind of eyebrow piece up above the windshield. So some nice protection, means it looks great. The film's showing you a little bit of its age. You can always peel it off and start over again. It's going to be super fresh underneath that. That's pretty well, I guess, the important stuff outside. Moving inside is the black interior. As I mentioned, you get a little bit more Alcantara standard with the GTSs. So this one will have leather on kind of the outsides of the seat, and then Alcantara in the seat center, which really holds you snugly in that seat. Also, the GTSs will have the Sport Plus seat as standard, so you wouldn't see it on the optional list, but it's the more heavily bolstered seat as opposed to the standard on any other 911, the one that's a little bit flatter, doesn't give you quite as much support. This one is just more so. It's probably my favorite seat that we offer. I really like it. Less power adjustment, but means it's also lighter weight and gives you that snug fit, so that's pretty awesome. But I'm also kind of bearing the lead, I guess, for this one, because it is, of course, equipped with a manual transmission, which is becoming more and more rare to see, and it's beautiful in this example. I took it for a drive myself, and it feels spectacular. Really slick shifting, 6-speed manual transmission, awesome to see. Great combination with the rear-wheel drive GTS like this. Makes it definitely a true driver's car, as they say. Other stuff inside, I want to make sure I don't miss anything here. Oh, the heated seats were optioned. I mentioned this one has the lowered Sport Plus, this PASM with Sport chassis. So it's 20 millimeters lower than a regular 911 would have been for this year, and it also does have the limited slip differential. So nice to see that too. As well, they did the Bose sound system, which I really feel is a must, honestly. The standard one's pretty basic, so always nice to see that. And then the fire extinguisher in there too. Maybe not a really important feature, but definitely does dial up that kind of race car vibe. So I love to see it, especially in GTSs. It pairs nicely with kind of the vibe they're going for. And then let's talk about kind of what we did to it and the condition. This one is in quite good condition, and clearly comes from a pretty good home. We didn't have to do a whole lot. It really passed all of our requirements, just with the exception of the maintenance having to be brought up to date. So we did the major service. So an oil change, of course, is part of that. Brake fluid flush, new spark plugs and dry belts. So that's due every 4 years or 60,000 kilometers, meaning now you won't have to do it for quite a while. That bill is about $2,000. So yeah, nice to not have to worry about that for quite a while. The next service would just be a minor service or a basic oil change in 15,000 kilometers or a year from the time of the last one. The brakes measure 8 millimeters up front, 7 millimeters in the rear, so quite a bit of life remaining there. And tires front and rear are 5 millimeters. And as well, on the Carfax report, no claim showing at all, no collisions or hail or anything like that. So really beautiful example, and you just don't see too many of these GTSs that become available, especially not with the manual transmission and with a nice clean history like this. So definitely a cool example. When we're done shooting the video here, we'll move it upstairs. It'll be in our showroom. So if you like the video, if you're interested in the car, please do give us a call or come down and pay us a visit and check it out for yourself. Thanks very much for watching.